I've often met people who call ordinary wananchi riffraffs. Okay? I've also met people who strongly believe that poor people are poor because they are stupid. Hawana akili. Yeah? I've met people like that. Now it is everybody's human right, apart from being a democratic right, to have their own opinion. Yeah? Even opinion on people. And if you're one of those people who call ordinary wananchi riffraffs, yeah, people you cannot mix with, I have no quarrel with that. There's only one problem. This is the wrong time to be out of touch with the ordinary citizen, the ordinary Kenyan. Indeed, it's an extremely dangerous time to be out of touch with the masses. But even if you're out of touch with the masses, it just amazes me how there are so many signs, there are so many things that have happened that make it very clear what the ordinary Kenyan is feeling, what the ordinary Kenyan wants, and yet many people refuse to see. Yeah? And I'm talking about people right across the political divide. They're not able to gauge the mood of the public. And some of these people call themselves politicians. What? Anyway, let me just give one example that should have told everybody what the public mood in Kenya is right now. Before the coronation activities of the 26th of October, yeah, there was a very spirited attempt to get people to the polling stations to vote. Okay? And you'll remember I made a recording and I said there was a very powerful message to encourage people to go to the polls and vote. I say powerful because obviously anything that touches on the stomach of a person, tumbo, and touches on the livelihood of a person is powerful. The campaign by the government was let's get out, let's vote, let's get this thing over and done with, let's get the electioneering period done with so that we can go back to work. You know, ordinary work, you know, making money, putting food on the table, etc., etc. It was even more powerful because, as I've said here many times, there's hardly any work that has been done this year. Yeah, right from the beginning of the year, it has been just campaigns, electioneering campaigns, and this has taken its toll on businesses. It has taken its toll on Kenyans. Yeah, things right now in the country are very, very difficult. Yeah, and that should be obvious. Now I want you to take very careful consideration of how Kenyans reacted on the 26th. Yeah, did they go out and vote? Ndo tumalize maneno haraka? Did they? Nope, they didn't. Yeah, and to me, that is very scary. It is scary because it confirms that Kenyans are fed up. Kenyans just want change. Okay? And it also confirms to me that Kenyans are willing to go the extra mile. Yeah, they're willing to continue suffering. They're willing to, you know, go through all the hardships. Yeah, to prolong the hardships if possible for a better Kenya, for a better tomorrow. Yeah, now that sounds like a good thing, and indeed it is, but I just want to draw your attention to the mindset of the public, and that is where the great danger is in Kenya today. You know, I have my hand very close to the pulse of Kenya and the public and the monarchy and so on, yeah, and I just get alarmed at the kind of statements we see in the press every day from politicians, yeah. The kind of utterances we see people opening their mouth to release, or is it to, I don't want to use that bad word, yeah, to vomit. I think that's slightly better, yeah. The kind of utterances people are vomiting, gosh. And it just illustrates the fact that the political class, yeah, and the rich and the people who have money have no idea what their Kenyan brothers and sisters are going through. They have no idea what kind of lives their fellow brothers and sisters live. Yeah? And it's clear the statements being issued. Now let me give you another classic example. Okay? We have often heard people saying, politicians, that Kenyans are crazy. Yeah? Because they just rely on Ugali. Yes? And the suggestion has been that Kenyans should learn to eat other foods. Yeah, that this thing of relying too much on ugali, and you're not even a Luya. Anyway, this thing of relying too much on ugali is too much, yeah, and it's causing a strain on the country. It's forcing the country to keep its maize yields high, etc., etc. Now, just humor me, because there's a very important point I want to get across, just to illustrate how people are out of touch with what's really happening on the ground. Yeah. Now, why do people eat ugali? Is it a matter of choice? Slum dwellers, why do they eat ugali every day in, day out? Okay, sometimes maize and beans. But why do they focus on ugali so much? Let me tell you, because I know. Okay? They eat ugali because it's the cheapest, most convenient food to eat. You come from a construction site, yeah? You're finished work and you are paid late. And because your budget is so tight, you have to walk all the way from industrial area to Kibera slums, yeah? By the time you get home, or even to Madare, yeah? By the time you get home, it's dark. The children are hungry, etc., etc., yeah? The quickest, cheapest meal is ugali, yes? Now just continue humoring me. I'm going to take you right inside slums so that you get a glimpse of how most of our brothers and sisters live, okay? Now the mobile phones have really helped, yeah? And if you have a cell phone, the way it works is that you flash, yeah? Because you don't have money to complete the call, yeah? So you flash, yeah? Now your wife ataweka maji ya ugali kwa moto. So by the time you get home with your small packet of ugali, of unga, yeah, the water's already boiled, yeah? 4-5 minutes, the ugali is out, yeah? The skuma is in the fire, yeah? And within 15 minutes or so, you're eating. Now the other huge advantage with ugali, inakaa kwa tumbo, yeah? It's very filling. It means that if you have ugali for supper, you will not be under pressure to have breakfast. And I'm serious, eh? You will not be under any pressure to have supper, yeah? And indeed, you can be able to go even without lunch until your next meal in the evening, okay? So when a politician stands up and makes a very smart, brilliant statement that Kenyans should diversify on their foods more, what do you think those guys are thinking in the slum areas? Yeah? Anyway, this is nothing new. This ugali, I hope I'm not boring you. This ugali story is nothing new. Because, just bear with me, I'll get to my point in a minute. This ugali story is not new because in history, yeah, right before the French Revolution, there was a very interesting statement that was made that has been quoted very widely, and I know you can guess what it is. Yeah? The wife, the bride to the king, yes, actually the bride to King Louis the 16th, yeah? She said, "Ai, kama watu wamekosa mkate, so kule cake. Yeah, if people don't have bread, let them eat cake." Meaning she completely missed the point of cost. How much does bread cost? How much does cake cost? And this is the same ugali debate we have in Kenya today. Okay? The long and short of what I'm saying is that you're probably listening to this recording and you have no idea what the masses are thinking. You have no idea what kind of lives the masses live. How are you going to read the political situation correctly? How? How are you going to understand me when I tell you we have reached a very dangerous part, yeah, of our long night as Kenyans? Yeah? How are you going to understand me? You won't. And therefore you will not even have any idea, any inkling, yeah, what I mean by this next statement, okay? The future of Kenya, yeah, the tomorrow of Kenya is not going to be decided in boardrooms. It's going to be decided by the masses of Kenya. So you'd better get familiar with the masses of Kenya. Until next time, this is Kumekucha.